These are the young men and women of the United World College of the Adriatic. They come from 60 countries of all 5 continents and are students of an international college in Duino, a village on the sea near Trieste. The college was founded in 1982, a member of an international organization, the United World Colleges, which has its headquarters in London. In these colleges, the students, aged between 16 and 19, and selected within their respective countries entirely on the basis of merit, follow a course which covers the last 2 years of school before entry to university. At the end of the 2 years, they obtain a diploma, equivalent to national examinations, called the International Baccalaureate. This diploma enables the individual students to enter universities in their own countries and is already recognized by some 800 universities throughout the world. The United World Colleges are 8 in all. The Atlantic College in Wales, which was founded in 1962, the College of Southeast Asia in Singapore, the Lester Pearson College in Canada, the Waterford Kamlaba College in Swaziland, the Armand Hammer College of the American West in New Mexico, the Agricultural College in Venezuela, the college in Hong Kong, and that of Duino, the only one on the continent of Europe. The president of the International Council of the United World Colleges is Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, who, in the prestigious Verdi Theatre of Trieste, presided over the opening ceremonies of one of the early academic.
La fondazione del Collegio dell'Adriatico rappresenta un importante passo avanti per il movimento dei collegi del mondo unito. È il primo collegio istituito sul continente europeo e il primo fuori dei paesi di lingua inglese. Inoltre, il sito scelto per il collegio sembra particolarmente adatto. È collocato in una zona ricca di tradizioni storiche e che è un vero e proprio punto di incontro di popoli e culture diverse.
The opening of the academic year is always a grand occasion. Recently, to underline the international nature of the college, it has taken place in different national capitals and in places of great prestige, with the students dressed in their national costumes, the whole making a colorful and impressive spectacle. It is a wonderful occasion which gives the essence of the spirit which inspires the United World Colleges. Communities filled with life and a sense of friendship between young people from widely distant and diverse countries. They are schools which have taken as their motto a phrase by Lester Pearson, winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. How can there be peace without people understanding each other, and how can this be if they don't know each other? In all the colleges, much importance is attached to the study of languages. In Duino, the teaching language is English, but all pupils learn the language of the country, namely Italian. Other essential subjects include history, economics and philosophy, biology, chemistry, physics and mathematics, and courses such as art and music. The students work on their own or in groups, making use also of a well-furnished library, completely computerized for the consultation of reference books, which are available in many different languages, and with a specially rich section in Chinese literature. It's a very typical... At the end of the 2-year course, these young people will, however, have acquired something which cannot be found in books, the knowledge of how to live together, mutual understanding, and the acceptance of habits and customs profoundly different from their own. In Duino, there are at present more than 200 students from over 60 countries, from Poland to Australia, from Norway to Senegal, from Japan to the Sudan, from Russia to Albania, from the Republic of China to Canada. About 50 are Italian, representing almost all the regions of Italy. How does one become a student at this college? We asked the headmaster, David Sutcliffe.
Noi in Italia vediamo anno per anno una crescita molto confortante di domande per l'ammissione al collegio. Abbiamo una commissione nazionale di selezione che lavora...
Here in Italy, we can see year by year a reassuring growth in the number of applications for admission to the college. We have a national committee of selection which works on behalf both of this college and of the colleges abroad. One very important element in the selection procedure is the involvement of former students who can report on their own experiences. We work in a similar way with all the other countries, more than 60, which send their young people to this college. We also cooperate very closely indeed with various ministries of education and also, for example, with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. Thus, we have been able to welcome students from countries such as Uganda, Ethiopia, Sudan, China, Afghanistan, young people who, without a scholarship, would never have had the chance of entering a college such as this. It is also very satisfying for us to see how the friendships grow between them during their 2 years and how, after the 2 years, when they have left Duino, they remain so closely in touch with one another.
Durante il biennio e come dopo il biennio, quando sono partiti di Duino, rimangono in contatto fra di loro.
In an atmosphere of friendship and tolerance, these students are experimenting with a new form of international education which surmounts the barriers of nationality, culture, and religion. A special kind of school without doubt, but neither isolated nor exclusive as one might be tempted to think. It has, for example, been college policy that the students and the teachers, who are also from many different countries, have been accommodated in a number of buildings spread throughout Duino and in the former guest wing of the castle of the princes of Turn and Taxis, standing in a prominent position at the center of the little village. In this way, this small international community has been able to become part of its surroundings, contributing its own lively and attractive characteristics to its immediate neighborhood. Let us see now how the school program is organized. A typical day begins at 8 o'clock with the first lessons, which continue throughout the morning. At midday, there is lunch and a moment of lively relaxation, followed by further lessons in the classrooms or laboratories. Then follows social, sporting, culture, and other activities. Supper is at 7 in the evening, and, at last, the students are free to revise the lessons of the day, or quite simply, to spend time together. An experience of studying and living together, about which all are enthusiastic.
Penso che questa è un'esperienza molto interessante.
I think this is an extremely interesting experience, and I think it is unique in its kind because here one learns to understand people who are different and who have different ideas. One learns to listen, understand, and also accept this. Even if you don't agree on something, you learn to accept other points of view willingly, since they are the result of someone else's culture.
Tu pensi, ma dire va bene, e qual è la sua cultura?
Come studio si studia bene, veramente. Cioè, le lezioni hanno...
As for our studies, yes, we study well. The subjects are well taught, the level is quite high, and the exam at the end of the year is rather difficult, which means that the diploma is worth something.
È abbastanza difficile, questo significa che il diploma vale.
Il collegio è un posto dove c'è molto differente studente.
The college is a place in which there are many different students, and where there is so much to learn about the life and culture of students from other countries such as Japan and China, which are so far from Africa. And I like this very much. Sometimes I feel homesick, but this is only normal.
Qualche volta mi sento nostalgia per casa, ma questo è naturale.
Io sono stata qui solo da un mese.
I arrived here only a month ago, but this seems to me a very interesting experience because I can meet people from all over the world and learn from them other ways of living and thinking. Also, the academic work is very good because it is more serious and difficult than in my country. I believe this experience is important for my education, both from a spiritual and a cultural point of view.
Spirituale come culturale.
È stato un anno molto buono, anche forte perché...
It has been a really good year, and hard too, because sometimes it has been difficult with the language and the culture, but everything went really fine.
Tutto era molto bene, mi piace molto.
Quest'estate, quando sono ritornato a casa mia...
Last summer, when I went back home, my friends noticed that I had changed a lot. That is, that I behaved differently, And I think that my having changed slightly changed their way of thinking too.
Penso che questo cambiamento ha un po' cambiato la loro mentalità anche.
La mia esperienza qui, soprattutto dal punto di vista...
My experience here, especially from the point of view of personal contacts, has given me a great satisfaction, both because I have met people from all over the world who give one so much, and because the friends one makes here are so good, also as a consequence of living together all the time and sharing beautiful moments. I really must say that I have been very happy here. It is the most wonderful thing that could have happened to me.
Sono contenta. È la cosa più bella che mi poteva capitare.
Alongside the academic program, the college attaches much importance to its sporting activities and to other activities which unite it with the surroundings of Duino and therefore to the sea. The students do canoeing, underwater swimming, and rock climbing on the nearby cliffs, which are some of the most distinctive features of the area. But the most important aspect of the non-academic life of the college is the social service which the students take part in each week in a number of different centers for the handicapped, the aged, and others in need. Service which helps these young people discover their common humanity towards those who are less fortunate and for whom every day brings its special difficulties. The pictures shown here were taken at the Pro Senectute home for old people in Trieste, where the students spend several hours each week. Moving pictures which reveal a sense of humanity which crosses national and cultural boundaries and those of age as well. A school of friendship and brotherhood, of learning and social responsibility, the college in Duino may appear to be a happy oasis, and in a certain sense it is. But, as with everything else, there is no lack of problems, which are above all administrative and financial. To balance the budget, to seek public financial support for the facilities which are still missing, to secure the financial well-being of the college, are some of the problems which the chairman of the board, Corrado Belci, has to tackle with his colleagues. This he does with competence and enthusiasm, but also with a good dose of realism.
Bisogna premettere che I ragazzi sono tutti borsisti, cioè non...
We must begin by realizing that all the students are here on scholarship. In other words, they do not pay fees. In its first 10 years, the college has had to create its own sources of income, and it has done this by obtaining the support of a large number of Italian regions, with Friuli Venezia Giulia in the lead, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the students from the Third World and from Central and Eastern Europe, and the national committees of the United World Colleges. And then we have founded an association of public and private business sponsors, banks and insurance companies, presided over by the Nobel Prize laureate, Professor Rita Levi-Montalcini, which has enabled us to achieve a balanced budget. I should add that a national law which funds cooperation with countries on our borders has assigned to the college an important role in the introduction of the International Baccalaureate into Central and Eastern Europe, providing us for this purpose with an annual contribution from state funds. Thus, the college has been able within its first 10 years to achieve a balanced budget.
A raggiungere il traguardo del pareggio del suo bilancio.
This, then, is the United World College of the Adriatic, with its principles, its distinguishing features, and above all, its message of idealism, which is transmitted as widely as possible, not least thanks to the activities of the choir, which acts as the college's ambassador on very many occasions. Let us close with some unusual pictures, those of a national evening organized by the students from Asia, with their costumes, their songs and dances typical of a huge part of the world which remains unknown to many, but is rich in great traditions and hundreds of years of civilization. This, too, is one of the ideals of the college, to promote mutual understanding without inhibitions and with a great sense of spontaneity.